Starting off the year with not only a bang, but also with a hell of a lot of projects. The most I have ever covered in 1 month. A lot of it is crossover from last year, given international release dates, etc., are very skewed, but even movies that were proper 2026 releases proved to be some of the highest quality for January, at least, that I have seen in a while. It's rare that the blockbuster hell period is this strong in terms of quality, enjoyment, and box office, at least.
Song sung blue, everybody knows one. Song sung blue, every garden grows one. Me and you are subject to the blues now and then. When you take the blues and make a song, you sing them out again. You sing them out again.
Starting off strong with a brilliant, colourful, and emotional musical tribute, any movie where Hugh Jackman gets to sing is amazing, and he and Kate Hudson are a brilliant team. The movie's dark tonal shift and emotional center is an equally riveting piece of this film. The music, the family, the emotion, every element is put perfectly into this film to make it uplifting, even in its darkest moments. The fact that there were real people, these were real people, makes the story all the more beautiful, sad, and uplifting. Unlike most other biopics, I felt much more connected to this film and these characters. The color and magic of the musical scenes and the tributes to Neil Diamond added extra spice that just made this film the well-rounded beauty that it was. A true emotional cinema at its finest. Beautiful cinematography that utilizes the natural world, framing and lighting and blocking in all the right ways to amplify the emotional tugs of the film, and the beauty hidden in every detail, a soundtrack that lifts it up even more through all the various emotions, performances from Jessie Buckley that is one of the best of the decade, a true Oscar-worthy performance. Jacoby Dew proving even the youngest of actors can have the raw, unfiltered talents of greats. He stole the show with his beautiful and tragic portrayal of the young Hamnet, and Noah Jupe stealing his 30 minutes of screen time with that climactic emotional catharsis tearjerker of a final scene with the performance, where all three elements come together for a raw, unfiltered, emotional cinema. Chloe Zhao has truly created a masterpiece. It's heartfelt, beautiful, and natural, and almost ethereal, grounded in the struggles of family, loss, love, depression, and many more emotions, but elevated to its fantastical, ethereal setting by the beauty and mastery of its visual and audio elements, a team of actors making the best out of their screen time with amazing performance after amazing performance after amazing performance. It's a truly wondrous masterpiece and proves that cinema is real and does exist. It's magic captured on screen, and it was beautiful.
Don't you ever be sad. Lean on me in times of bad. When the day comes and you're down and I'm in trouble and I'm about to drown, just hold on, I'm coming. Hold on,
what few other filmmakers can do right now, using editing impactfully. The mastery of the cuts, the transitions, and how they were used to amplify the emotional impact, the tension, the brutality, etc., and move the story along in between scenes in interesting ways was some crazy shit. The cinematography as well complemented the editing perfectly with the way lighting and camera work allowed for spaces to feel smaller or larger, and how it framed the story through multiple angles in just one scene. The story is a fantastic piece of satirical, dark comedy on a very real and very tragic piece of modern life. Liam Young does a great job switching between various emotions and still manages to showcase his growing panic and despair at his situation. The other characters, mainly the other contenders, built upon the themes of by being equally as tragic and lost and suffering the consequences of their unfortunate fate. It's colorful, horrifying, tragic, brutal, and somehow you still feel bad for him. Its title is appropriately chosen because of how effectively we believe he has no other choice. How we are shown that across the film and his various attempts, wrap it up in creative, engaging, and tantalizing visual storytelling and masterful use of editing, and you have a recipe for one of the best Korean films I have seen and a fantastic piece of cinema.
7, 6, 11, 5, 9 and 20 miles today, 4, 11, 17, 32 the day before. Boot, 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 moving up and down again. There's no discharge in the war. Don't, 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 don't look at what's in front of you. Boot, 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 moving up and down again. Men go mad with watching them. There's no discharge in the war. If your eyes drop, they will get the top of you. Boot, 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 moving up and down again. There's no discharge in the war. Cry.
Where the first movie set us up for this movie cooked even harder. The visuals, whilst the same consistent gorgeous visuals of the last film, have been amplified slightly. Two stories are interwoven and collide in fiery metalhead chaos. Ray Fiennes continues to prove he is one of the best actors of his generation. His beauty of the spoken word, his emotions and movement, particularly in the Iron Maiden scene, are the best parts of his character. Jack O'Connell counters him fantastically as the sadistic, satanic Jimmy, whose violence provides us with the gore and chaos the film needs. Colliding together for that amazingly shot satanic ritual scene is easily the best thing the franchise has done. The story of Samson the Alpha is a brilliantly executed side plot that showcases the humanity of the creatures. It's also like I Am Legend in that it reminds us they're still humans, or once were, regardless of their current state. But he still provided some sick ass gore and crazy visuals. The ending of this film sets up another film, and the return of Cillian Murphy at last. The visuals, the music, the sound, the design of the characters and their costumes, the effects on the gore and Samson and the rage zombies, the acting, it's all ramped up from the original film and creates a story not only of a quiet reflection on life and the meaning of it, but a dark reflection on power, religion, and so-called messiahs. A masterpiece. If there are better films this year, you know it's about to be one of a hell of a year for cinema. Another of the actual January 2026 releases, and it wasn't that bad. Its biggest pull was the visuals. It's so rare to find a Netflix movie that actually looks this good. The dialogue is okay. Netflix has made some dumb decisions about dialogue, but there is some heart and soul behind it. at least in the sense of trying to muddy the waters about the characters' motivations and their true intentions. It's a stacked cast, but none of them are really at their potential in terms of what they are capable of. The music is pretty fire, I will give it that, and the ending is a very Sherlock Holmes-esque reveal of everything at last. The tension is there, and it does hold itself pretty well consistently throughout the film. Netflix have certainly made some interesting choices about how they wish to write these films, and the effect of what can be seen in parts of this film, but otherwise, I really enjoyed it. Like, it was a simple and effective cop action film with flair visuals and some good tension. It just didn't have the polish to be something more. For a month so notorious for poor quality, it's holding up pretty well so far. I Another film I expected to be worse, but it surprised me. It's not perfect. Like, it's definitely got some awkward dialogue, but the practical gore and the jump scares and the use of the ape was very effective. From the opening kill to the jaw-ripping scene to the closet scene where there was definitely a lot of polish put into this section of the film with the killer chip. I can't tell if it's CGI, but it's pretty good CGI if it is. The acting and the characters, which is annoying to say given Troy Kotsur is in this film, though he is the best character by far, are definitely the film's weakest aspect, especially since few of them are arseholes. The chip horror parts are its strongest suit, and nailing them was an important part of making this film a success. But the other elements were neglected. Granted, it looks good in places. The darker scenes are a little difficult, but everything that isn't chimp is weaker, which is such a shame for how good that element of the film was.
If you leave me now, you'll take away the biggest part of me. Ooh, no, baby, please don't go. And if you leave me now, you'll take away the very heart of me. Ooh, no, baby, please don't go. Ooh, girl, I just want you to stay.
My first Brazilian film, and it was awesome. It's an emotionally driven film where Wagner Moura leads us through a tumultuous, tense time, but finds levity in it. The supporting cast across the board are a fantastic group. Tania Maria, in particular, Donna Sebastiana is a very fantastic character. The switching between the wholesome and the tense is executed very well, and really helps build these characters and Wagner Moura's in particular up. His character feels much more well-rounded, though not only in his good qualities, but the bad as well. The cinematography is simple but elegant, complemented by strong colors and well-crafted sets that feel alive even when in their most simplistic settings. The true story is one of families reuniting, finding new love and life, and also the tense search and race against time, weave together really well, leading to an energetic and intense finale that ends as you thought it would. The epilogue is a needless bow on the whole thing, bringing an end to a story in a way that doesn't ruin the experience we just had, but showcases Mura's skill as an actor and how he plays his grown son differently. Exploring foreign cinema outside of Asia has started off incredibly well. This film is a beautiful blend of genres that work with its very strong emotional story to create a twisting, turning, heartfelt story that has both a sad ending, but the hopeful, happy one we all wanted. And Wagner Moura proves he is a leading man of award-winning material. It's a brilliant film. the least sports movie ever made. An 80s film set in the 50s, a story of the rise and fall of a legend, and the warning against the pursuit of greatness and dedication to one's art at a sacrifice to everyone. From the opening titles, Mana Supreme throws you through the chaotic scene after chaotic scene. Timothy is just living this character from the deeply emotional to the chaotic arsehole to the performative male. Odessa proves to be a fantastic actress in her supporting role that provides much of the emotional strength. Everyone acting around Timothy does a great job of showcasing how much of an arsehole he is. Like, it's funny to watch scene after scene of people calling him an arsehole. The spanking scene might be the most ridiculous scene in this film, yet somehow I love it. Cinematography, music, editing, art, and production design, it's all so chaotic and visually insane and drives the story in such wild directions that perfectly matches the chaotic romp of this film. And the biggest joke? This film about table tennis barely has any table tennis, and it somehow still works. Seriously, this film is one of the most wild and ridiculous things I have ever seen, and it's fucking fantastic. It's executed in such a way that makes no matter what mad shenanigans or ploy Marty gets up to, it's somehow still entertaining. The film is incredible and such a wild experience in all aspects. Holy moly, what a film! It had a very strong concept and a very modern one in its execution for 90% of the film. It's very, very strong both visually and in the depth and detail of its story. I was generally intrigued throughout much of the film as to whether or not the main character was in fact guilty, and how the mystery was going to be solved, and where it was going to go. The three problems I had with it were: one, Chris Pratt's poor acting throughout much of the film; two, the ending commits a cardinal sin of having too many twists and just too much going on for an ending that could have been impactful; three, the film seemed unable to go for a darker tone, which I think would have suited this film better given its concept and overall messages. It's a great case of great ideas, slightly poor execution, and that's a shame because in this modern climate, a film like this should be a very, very important movie given its relevance to real world issues. So poorly executing parts of the idea does mean that it fails to be an actually good anti AI or rather pro AI slash human collaboration film than it could have been with more work put into it. A poor execution of the story of the second game, and with the weak slash inconsistent or even sometimes annoying characters, yet somehow it has amazing visuals. The CGI on some of these creatures is definitely weird in places, especially that weird and very creepy spider monster. Pyramid Head was barely in the movie, which is kind of the point, I guess, but we really need to start finding other monsters. The visuals of the Silent Hill world with the various creatures, the lighting, the sound design is all on point and incredibly well executed, but I cannot stand any of the characters, particularly the Resident Evil looking woman who randomly appears and then gets killed almost immediately. It's an unfortunate case of the visuals being immaculate, well executed, vibrant, dynamic, and really amplifying the horror, but the story crashing it down. It's clearly possible to create visually stunning Silent Hill movies. Why is the story aspect so hard? I wonder. It's definitely the weakest film I've seen in January. Dave and Jason are a very fun pair, particularly when Jason Momoa is allowed to just be wild and chaotic, which is where much of the film's comedy and enjoyment comes from. The story is simple and focuses on a singular plot point, a singular mystery, and the location of the Hawaii island really helps keep it contained. The action has moments of intensity, fun, and engagement, and it's sprinkled throughout the film to keep it moving, keep it engaging for an audience. It's nothing too over the top, nothing too complicated, but it's definitely carried by Dave and Jason's chemistry, as well as a pretty strong supporting cast, particularly from Jacob Batalon. It's a nice break from the massive heavy dramas in the year, and it's certainly a January movie, but it's a very well executed one, and a lot of fun. Another of my jumps into foreign cinema, this time Iranian, for a grounded and very well executed thriller. The opening 30 and final 20 minutes are sandwiched between dialogue driven exploration of camaraderie, trauma, and the dark history of Iran. That final sequence earned this film its Oscar nomination for screenplay. It's a brilliant culmination of tension, anger, and catharsis. It's a small cast, but together they do a great job of arguing and emoting and really showcasing the depth of pain and trauma being brought up. The cinematography is subtle in how good it is. It's the way the simple camera movements, framing, and such are used to focus on specific emotions or dialogue moments. It feels intimate without feeling stuffy. It's a simple but elegant film with layers of emotional depth oozing through it, and a great script and a great cast that deserves the recognition it's receiving. There's an
Or another, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you one way or another. I'm gonna win ya. I'm gonna get you one way or another. I'm gonna see ya. I'm gonna meet you one day. Maybe next week. I'm gonna meet ya. I'll meet ya. I will drive past your house. And if the lights are all down, I'll see who's around. One way or another.
Sam Raimi has made a modern classic horror comedy again. It's a slightly turned down version of his usual crazy editing and cinematography, but there are those elements in there. Used sparingly to add emphasis to the horror or the comedy, Rachel and Dylan are a great pair, bouncing off each other so well through this twisting script, filled with crazy comedy and horror. When the film gets violent, it's mad. From the ball scene to that scene, easily the best in the film is once again used sparingly but executed so well that it keeps you on your toes and generally terrifies you. Other part of the film that shocked me was how good of a criticism of corporate misogyny was. Sam Raimi has executed it so well and made it both cathartic but also somewhat realistic, and the two leads were cast so well because they both do a great job conveying their frustrations with each other. The switch from the corporate office setting to the jungle really digs into the crux of the argument presented by this film. Sam Raimi is a very good filmmaker, and even modernizing and simplifying his classic chaotic visual storytelling still created a fantastically funny, gory, and entertaining modern horror comedy. Mark, I tip my hat to you. It's a triumph in many, many ways. Not only in the large success, but also how good it was. For an under 3 million budget film, this looks amazing. It has the gritty Lovecraftian look, the way the lighting, particularly with the camera, is used is fantastic, and the blood and the visuals of this weird moon went from creepy to holy hell. What drugs did I just take? The sound design is creepy, evocative, and powerful. The performances and the voice acting are insane. They are so, so good. Mark properly disappears into this role. He does a very good job with the intense emotion of this film. It's so good. It's evocative, tense, scary, and downright horrifying. Duh, of course. But there is extra elements of desperation and despair amongst it. The lore of the games is taken into new levels, expanded, explored, deepened to really build out this horrifying concept. Mark clearly had such a passion for the game and this film because the way it took a small indie game and turned it into this deep, horrifying Lovecraftian story is impressive. And the response and success is incredible. Not only is it a brilliant film, it's a massive win for indie cinema and proves passion and love and care will always win. What a film.
Can you see him tired and shivering? He's stumbling to the day. Can you see his lips are quivering like he's forgotten how to pray? Can you see her way is perilous? She's absorbing all the blows.
This series came out of the blue and ended up being one of the best TV shows out there right now, and its second season continued this upwards trend. A few new characters in the sweet new Nurse Emma and Dr. Al, a fantastic fool to Noah Wiley, who is proving himself every episode to be a fantastic actor, alongside the rest of the supporting cast. The realism of the writing and the visuals make it a brutal, emotional strike of a show. It's so rare to find one that's this impactful on so many levels. Catherine Lanasser is going to sweep the Emmys for this show. She is the best to watch. She is a queen in this show. In fact, all the women on the show, from Santos to my favorite Mel, are incredible. The ice episode, the elderly couple, the cancer patient, the baby. So many individual moments were hard hitting, emotional, and brilliantly executed. The show is doing some incredible things. The Pit is reigniting the level of love and care that should go into TV, and it's on another level from anything seen in the decade so far, and it's something incredible. From writing to performance to visuals, it's incredible. Bring on season 3. Really should have been a movie because I think a lot of the potential was missed. Also, it's set up for a future I don't think it's going to get, given how successful I reckon it has been. However, Helen Bonham Carter and Mia are a great pair. Mia is a great lead. She has the charisma and energy needed for a sort of high-end detective, and Helena is a great twist and always a delight. Martin Freeman and the murder mystery, for the most part, is its weakest element, except for the ending on the train. It was a mismatch of colourful high-end detective drama, a critical look at the state of post-war Britain and the aristocracy at this time. However, I do want more, because the setup created and the mysteries it has set up still leaves me interested to see what stories could be told in the future, and I do want to see more of Mia as a lead. She's a very good one, and it's rare to find strong female detectives among the host of male ones. Not perfect, some poor choices were made, but I still hella enjoyed it. Game of Thrones comes back strong with its newest series that balances the comedy with the seriousness. The view of this new post-Dragon world from the perspective of the small folk made the show feel much more grounded than previous iterations. Dunk and Egg were perfectly casted, and their chemistry and relationship was adorable. The supporting cast of the Targaryen families and the Fosterways and the endlessly charismatic Lionel Baratheon created a colorful and energetic exploration of this story. The fifth episode, The Infamous Trial of the Seven, was a masterclass in cinematography and medieval fight choreography. The hits feeling real, impactful, the weight of the armor and weapons having a real impact, and the episode ending with a brutal blow. The ending was set up for a fantastic new adventure. The series reignited my love of the series and the world. It's executed to perfection with its comedy, its intrigue, its cast, its characters, its production design, its cinematography, all brought together so well for a truly entertaining and wonderful series. I cannot wait to see where they take this.
These days I've been barely holding on, climbing the walls every dusk till dawn, fearing the future, mourning the past, the hours moving slowly, then vanishing fast. But I'm trying in my way to concede and to tell you just what I need. Help me carry this weight that's dragging me down. Pull me out of the drink before I start to.
This show is the perfect blend of comedy and emotion. Jason Segel and Harrison Ford are tapping into a new well of potential, and the two of them are on point. Particularly Harrison, it's clear that he's having the most fun. He is the true master of blending comedy and emotion in this series. His Parkinson's storyline has been the most emotional point of the show, and the appearance of Michael J. Fox made it even more emotional. Gabby had an interesting emotional arc this episode, something that set up for a great future with a lovely moment, and Derek, the best character, had his emotional development moments. It was definitely set up for a final season. It was set up very much like it was going to be the last season. I'm glad it's continuing because the show is amazing.